The vote passed 7-1, but shortly after, a statement from the mayor's office says that Mayor Durkan plans to veto this bill. Stuck in the middle are several organizations who are wondering whether or not they're going to get funding. This is from the money that the city is fighting over. This has been a controversy since $6.3 million, the surplus from the sweetened beverage tax, was put into the general fund. Last week, things got even more confusing. Some organizations, they were sent a letter from the mayor's office warning them their funding may be in jeopardy if the soda tax revenue is redirected. The council today, they called that a manufactured crisis. But the frustration between the council and the mayor's disagreement, that was highlighted by organizations who shared their disappointment during public comment and said that the ordinance is needed to rebuild government trust. Here's Susan Yang with the Denise Louis Education Center.
We serve over 500 children and families in the Seattle community. We don't want to be part of your fight. All we want to do is ensure that our funding is restored.
For organizations that rely on funding from the City of Seattle, every year is a new budget process, and they are always in limbo. And they are active right now, meeting with City Council members, and I assume the Mayor's office, talking about what their priorities are.
When this bill officially passes, is signed by the mayor, goes all the way through, what it will do is it will create a fund that will track the revenue from the soda tax and make sure it's invested in what it was intended for. In a nutshell, that's for closing the food insecurity gap. But the mayor, in her statement, she says the surplus revenue, it's being used to fund other low-income programs. And if it's moved, those programs are going to see cuts. So this conversation isn't over. We'll have to follow what the mayor does in the coming days. In Seattle, Callie Greenberg, King 5 News.